So forgiveness, when you understand it, it's not just about the past. It's really about the future, your future, my future, our future. By not being forgiving, it could have devastating effects on your relationship and your personal growth and development. I mean, let's face it, all of us have been in the midst of a heated argument, feeling hurt, betrayed, and angry. So it's very natural to want to hold in these emotions. That's why today we're going to be talking about forgiveness, true forgiveness. So welcome to our channel. My name is Marvin Kane. I'm your host, and you're listening to An Older Man. So let's start transforming our relationships, not just with our spouse, but with everybody. Forgiveness is not about forgetting what happened to you or even excusing another person's behavior. That's not forgiving. But it's really about releasing those negative emotions that are in association with an event that's really just preventing us from moving on and being the best person we can be. So when you choose as a man not to forgive, and a woman, but I'm speaking from the male mindset because I am a man, I'm an older man. When we choose not to forgive, we are essentially choosing to carry the burden with us on our shoulders, which really leads to resentment, anxiety, and increased anxiety, depression, and increased depression. Now, the remedy for all of this is forgiveness, just letting it go, but letting it go with an intention and a very meaningful understanding. Because forgiveness is a process that requires effort and commitment. And in many cases, it's something that certainly does not occur overnight. It could take months, it could take weeks, it could take days, it can take years. But with time and effective practice, once you learn how to let go of the past, and this becomes your habit, then you allow yourself to create spaces for new experiences, getting rid of the old and in with the new. What a beautiful dramatic. Imagine new memories with your partner, deeper connections with your partner. See, when a man lets go of all that negativity, he makes room for a positive rebound so he can enjoy life to a much higher level. I mean, women benefit too. Women can do the same, but I'm talking to men. I want you men to hear what I have to say. This is not about being a simp. Forgiveness is a manly trait. Being forgiving is like a representation and an identity of being what a man really is. Real men forgive. Yes, they do. So how do you forgive? I mean, what's step one? First, you got to acknowledge in truth that you are hurt. Someone says to you out of habit, hey, how you doing? I'm fine. No, you're not fine. You're hurt. So you have to acknowledge this. This is important. It's a big first step. And then you have to take responsibility of your own emotions. See, it's because of what's going on inside of you here, and your gut that is creating this response that the entire world sees regarding you. No one can make you sad. You make your own self sad. No one can make you happy. You make your own self happy. No one can make you forgive. That's something you do on your own. Essentially, forgiveness is an inside job. And it's important to remember that forgiveness is not just about other people, but it's essentially about you and your personal dynamic. See, letting go of all that negative emotion, moving forward, when you choose to forgive, you are not only freeing yourself from an extremely uncomfortable situation, from burdensome and resentment, but this is the only way that you can create space for healing, for growth, and personal power. And it's important to note that forgiveness is not a one-time event. It's a skill. It's something that you get better and better and better at over time. Why? Because people are always going to get on your nerves. People are always going to disappoint you. So if you learn how to forgive the small things, the big things, it just gets easier and easier and easier. It's a course of life. Effort is needed. Commitment is needed, but not just to other people. It's your commitment to draw in your own happiness and well-being. So we're not talking about ignoring people who have hurt you. We're talking about working with them to make something better for you and for them. You're working together in the space of forgiveness to heal, both of you, all of you, so that you can strengthen yourself and your bond and build a more resilient relationship, not just with others, but a relationship with yourself, because you're responsible for your own happiness. You. So forgiveness, when you understand it, it's not just about the past. It's really about the future, your future, my future, our future. When you choose to forgive, like we mentioned earlier, you are creating a space for new experiences. And we all like to do something different. But when you've got that cloud of anger, when you've got that cloud of depression, when you have that cloud of anxiety that just sits above you and controls and steers the direction of where you're headed, there are no more new experiences because you don't see the joy and the depth of what happiness really means until you truly forgive someone. Because we need forgiveness too. So we make a practice out of forgiving others in hopes that they make a practice out of forgiving us, because we all create situations that make life uncomfortable for someone at least 10 times or more. You know what I mean. So imagine those new memories that are just waiting to be developed. It's like a new movie that you get to watch from beginning to end, forgetting about the past with a focus on the present and the future. How exciting is this? Deeper connections with people, really getting to know people. Not just knowing their favorite color, but understanding their favorite mood and how other things enhance that mood, whether it's food, whether it's a trip, whether it's a thing or an experience with an individual. Getting to know people and making those connections, those deeper bonds, creating those relationships that even when you're separated from a person for decades, you still come back together as friends as if it were the next day. That's just the power of forgiveness. A simplistic understanding and appreciation of gratitude for just doing the right thing, not just for others, but also for yourself. Build relationships where there is trust, communication, and mutual respect. These relationships are not just for the now, but they're for the long term. They're for the future, your future. So we hope this simplistic message has touched someone in a very positive way. It's okay to be forgiving. It's manly to be forgiving. It's womanly to be forgiving. It's actually human to be forgiving, because we all need forgiveness and we all will practice forgiving others. So we want to thank you for watching this video. We hope that you stay on our channel and continue to watch more. But listen, if you found value in this information, please subscribe, like, share it. If you've got a problem with someone, this is a great video to break the ice, because it's more than just letting it go. It's about coming together so you can enjoy a future with someone you have a relationship with that is just amazing, waiting for you. You've been listening to an older man. Remember this: